a tip to keep up with referrals that have complications. Complications meaning the patient doesn't have a way because it's not in town, it's probably in a different city. So, like, hold on to that referral. Another reason to hold on to the referral is because the patient's insurance is denied by the specialist that they're trying to see. So you would hold on to the referral until you find a doctor that accepts their referral, or you would have to, like, in town or wherever they stay at, or you would have to refer them to a different city. The reason why there would be a hold on the referral or a longer wait for a referral to be processed is because maybe the doctor did not put in the patient's office note with saying whatever problem they have going on. Let's say the patient has a bladder mass or a cyst on their thumb or something of that matter. Some places really and truly look for the office note before they want to see if they can accept the patient. And then, like, if there's anything dealing with the UTI, from what I have experienced, they want to see, if they're being referred to a urologist, they want to have you to send the patient's most recent urinalysis, where their urine is being tested, and so it can show if anything is abnormal, and it have to be current. Another complication that can happen when doing referrals is the patient might need a urinalysis before they can be seen, so they can see, like, what is really and truly going on. They might need an MRI before they can be seen. They might need a CT scan or ultrasound before they can be seen. And so this is what really slows it down. And then besides that, it's really up to the patient. After all, we've done all that we can do. Things might happen in their lives that slow them down from getting to their appointment. They might not have a way to get there. They might have to be out of town and have other appointments going on. Or they might be sick in the hospital or sick because of something else, and they just couldn't get to the appointment, and there's just too much going on in their life. Life is life, and that's why the patient really and truly couldn't make it to their appointment for their referral. There's a few patients that have these numbers that don't work. They don't have another way to get in touch with them, and so we have to wait till they get to their appointment to let them know about their referrals. So what I like to try to do is go through the referral bin and print out, like, make a copy of all the referrals. It's just like a handful of patients that's like that, where we're unable to get in contact with them and notify them about their referrals in the upcoming time, so they more than likely miss their appointments. And so the only way they would get the appointment is if they was to call on their own. But besides that, I would have to wait. This is what I like to do. Like, when they come into the office, I look in the referral bin to see if they have any referrals, and then I'll make a copy of the referrals with the appointment on there, and I'll also write, like, the phone number on there with the make sure that the patient have what they're going to be seen about, the doctor's name, what have you, name, number, address, and their appointment time on the paper, so that I can make sure they get all the information they need, so they won't be saying we didn't give it to them and we didn't try to give it to them. And I make sure I document that whenever I called them, there was no answer, or phone didn't have any service, or at the end of their MIP sheet, the MIP sheet have, like, their vaccinations, their preventive screenings, their latest fasting blood work on there. And so at the bottom of that sheet, I will put patient received their patient will reschedule, for instance, mammogram, bone density, eye exam, colonoscopy screening. I will put that at the bottom of their mem sheet, and I would sign and date it. I didn't put the time, but I did sign and date it when I gave it, when they said they would reschedule it, and that I gave them all the information that they needed. Like I always have referrals to do. It's not a day when I don't have referrals to do. I want to say I have about 5 or 6 referrals, 5 or 6 new referrals that I have to do now. And then I have like 5 or 6 referrals that I either have to find them another specialist that accept their insurance, or I have to find them another specialist that is in a different city, because there's no one in this city that accepting their insurance. And I have like a tall stack, probably over 20 referrals that I need to go and get a status, like what their appointment, like do they have an appointment, will they get an appointment, what's the status of their referral. And this stuff can get backed up and it can get really hectic, especially if we are low, like short on staff. Because I know that my workflow was really good when we were fully staffed, but after we didn't have enough people working, that's when I feel like things just started getting piled up. My referrals started getting piled up. The charts started getting piled up. And I really want to get it done, but I don't have enough time to get everything done, especially scanning in the charts. So I try to mostly focus on the referrals because I don't want to be really late on getting a patient their referral out. Now, if I was talking to a patient about their referral and they want to know like what's going on, we would say it is still in process, or we'll go check on it, or we're still working on it. And most of the time, well, see what it is, I would say we have office administration days, so we only have 2 office administration days where we can actually catch up on doing referrals and other paperwork. Referrals, PAs, which is prior authorizations, doing referrals for home health, doing referrals for MRIs and CT scans, because they need a PA. I don't do the PAs. I haven't been taught how, I've been taught how to do the PA one time, but if you was to, she showed me. I wouldn't say I was taught. She showed me. So I would like to learn how to do the PAs, because that's something that I would like to know how to do, so that I can put that under my belt. But there is a lot of paperwork to be done, because this is like where I work at is like pretty much old school. You have to deal with a lot of paperwork. Everything isn't on the computer, so it's a lot of writing, a lot of scanning in, a lot of paperwork. So most of the time it's like we don't have time to do the referral because we only have 2 days to do office administration. And honestly, if a patient call and check on the referral, I would go ahead and see, did I do it? If I didn't do it, I'll go ahead and do it, or I'll put them at the top of the list to do it. I wouldn't say the top of the list because we don't have a list. I'll just put them at the top of the stack, near the top of the stack. And if I did go ahead and do my part of the referral, I'll go ahead and check on the referral for them and see what's the holdup or what's going on. Did they get to it yet or what? And I'll call the patient back and let them know that they're still waiting on the doctor's approval, or they're saying something about your insurance. We're gonna have to find somebody else for you to see you. So we're gonna be working on that for you, and we'll give you a call back. That kind of thing. So doing referrals have its up and downs. I do enjoy doing referrals and calling the patients and letting them know about their appointments and things like that. I do enjoy doing it, but it can be challenging sometimes, especially when the insurance doesn't especially when the clinic or the doctor don't accept the patient's insurance, or maybe the patient don't want to go to that particular doctor and that's the only doctor that accepts their insurance. So there's a lot of, for example, Humana, that's the main, Humana and some Medicaid patients have a lot of pushback when it comes to some people around here. They have to find other doctors, and sometimes they have to end up going on a 2-hour drive just to get done what they need to get done, So it can be kind of tough and tricky, but what really helps out is when the office that you sent the referral to, they fax back like a list of, a list of, let's say you sent the referral to a urologist, they'll send you a list of urologists. That's really nice of them to do that, especially if you didn't have a list of your own and you don't have to go on Google and do a lot of searching, especially if your office where you work at don't keep up with a list of all the urologists and what insurances they accept and all that. That would be really easy, over the time that I've been working doing medical assistant with this doctor. I have had me like a speckled notebook with different doctors that he liked to use, and so I put the doctor name and all the doctor's information, like phone number, address, fax number, and what kind of insurance they accept, and it really has helped me out a ton. Every now and then I do have to go to Google and see like what's the fax number or phone number for the doctor that he referred, because like this is a new doctor that I haven't heard about, or I haven't seen him refer anybody to since I've been there. And that's another thing, like when I am giving my referrals, I had to get used to the doctor's handwriting, and it takes practice. I pretty much know what his writing says, but sometimes I'm like, what is this? So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.